Assalamu alaikum, all my dear viewers. We are actually trying to understand the second chapter from the holy book, that is Quran Majid. And in that second chapter, that is Surah BAQARA, we have already seen the message which was given in the verse number 61. In that verse, we have seen that the Bani Israel, or the Jews, or the children of Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, they told Prophet Moses or Musa alayhi salam, to pray to God about their food. They said that by eating only one kind of food, that is manna salwa, we are very fed up now, and now we want different kinds of food, like they said vegetables, or the grains, pulses, onions, or cucumber. Now Prophet Moses asked them that, do you want to change the better food with the inferior food? So then he said, okay, the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you go from here and go to any other town. There you will get vegetables also, onions, cucumbers, pulses and grains. So as we have seen already, the Almighty has done many favors on them. One more favor the Almighty has done, and given them whatever they have asked for. But then the Almighty said in anger that now on you the humiliation is stuck upon you now, and that's why now you have to live a life which was, means you have to live that life which was better, and now you will be in a very miserable condition. Now here in this verse number 62, we have to see today 63 and 64. The Almighty says, because now many favors of the Almighty are recounted here, which were done upon the children of Israel, that is Yaqub alayhi salam. So in between, what is the purpose of bringing or revealing this verse number 62? Between the discussion going on about the favors of the Almighty on Bani Israel and the disobedience of Bani Israel. So actually these Jews were thinking that their race is the most superior race in the world, and that's why they were thinking that only they are very close to the Almighty, and only they are loved by the Almighty, or they are most loved by the Almighty. And they were also believing that whatever favors of the Almighty are there, so only the Jews deserve those favors, and accept them. No other people or the people belonging to other religion do not deserve the favors of the Almighty, because they are not that much loved by the Almighty, and they are not that much close to the Almighty. This shows that these people, Jews, were loving their race, means they were proud on their race, and they were showing pride in their race. And that's why today also, if we see the condition in the world, so if any person belonging to any other religion want to convert into Judaism, so he is not allowed to do that by the Jews. Then do not allow the person of any other religion to enter in their race, because they think that the person from other religion is very inferior and he will spoil their race. So willingly also no person of any other religion can enter in Judaism, or if he enters also, So whatever basic rights any Jew is having, so those basic rights will be not given to that person who converted to Judaism. So whatever this belief of the Jews was there, so to cancel this belief or to nullify this belief, the Almighty has revealed this verse. And the Almighty has told that whatever the rights are there or whatever the closeness of the Almighty is there, and whatever the love of the Almighty is there and the favors of Almighty, so they are not confined or limited to any particular religion or race. But what is the condition to deserve the favors of the Almighty, the closeness of Almighty and the love of Almighty? So here it is given that although the person may be the believer or he may be the Jew or Christian or Sabian, means he may belong to any religion, but what is the condition? If he believes in Allah, in the Almighty, and if he fulfills the basic conditions of the good deeds, and if he goes on doing the good deeds, and also he believes in the last day or the day of judgment, so then Almighty says his reward is with the Almighty, and that person will never have any kind of fear also, and that person shall never grieve or he will never become sad also. Now here one Sabian word is there. So Sabian means in Arab some people were worshipping the stars also. So here that is mentioned that the people who were worshipping the stars, they were called Sabians. Now here one more thing is clear, we have to take in consideration, that when we believe in Allah and the last day and we go on doing the good deeds to gain the favors of Allah, to become close to the Almighty and to gain the love of Almighty. So with that we have to believe in all the prophets which were sent by the Almighty, and especially we have to believe in the last prophet, that is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. That is also the condition for that, because these people, Jews, were not believing in the last prophet. So that's why especially this order is for them also and for all the people who will come till the life exists on the earth. And that's why here it is given that we have to believe in the prophet, last prophet also, and all prophets which were sent by the Almighty. Now after that here it is given that when Prophet Moses or Musa alayhi salam has gone to the Tur, that is Mount Sinai, where he was given the Torah by the Almighty. So the Jews who were the disbelievers and disobedient, they said to Prophet Moses that how can we believe that this book is by the Almighty and the orders in the book are given by the Almighty. So Prophet Moses, we have already seen this, that appointed or selected 70 people from among them and took them to the Mount Sinai. Now although this demand of the Jews was unreasonable, but then also to prove this thing, Almighty has directly given them order that this book is given by me, and in that orders are also given by me. But then the Jews said that we will never believe this thing till we see the Almighty with our own eyes in front of us. Because the basic reason was that most of the orders in the Torah were easy to follow, but some of the orders which were there in the Torah were hard for the people who loved this materialistic world and who want the materialistic life, and those who don't have the feeling of devotion and sacrifice for the Islam, so they were finding it very difficult to follow. So that's why when the 70 people came back, so they told that the Almighty has said that this book is given by Him and the orders are given by Him only. But as we have already seen, these Jews used to add the falsehood in the truth. So what they did then, they mixed some one point by their own self. They said that the Almighty, one more thing Almighty said, that whatever orders in the Torah you can easily follow, so you can follow that, and if you find any order difficult to follow, hard to follow, so you can skip that or you can leave that. I will forgive you, I will excuse you. Which was actually not said by the Almighty. So now what happened? What they used to do, that whatever orders in the Torah are there which are easy for them to follow, which were not taking them away from the materialistic world, and which were allowing them to gain worldly benefits, so they were following them. But if any such order is there in the Torah which takes them away from the materialistic world and which prohibits and bans them to have the materialistic gains and profits and benefits, so they would skip that or leave that, and they would tell that Almighty has said us like this, that He will excuse us and He will forgive us. So this thing here it is given, and after that the Almighty, what He has done as a test for the Jews and punishment, He has raised the Mount Sinai over their heads so that they would be afraid and frightened, and they would follow all the orders of the Torah and they will believe in the Almighty. Now raising the Mount Sinai is having 2-3 meanings according to the experts. One meaning we can take that the Almighty might have changed the position of Mount Sinai and brought it near to the Jews or over their heads, so that they will be afraid that it will fall on them and they will believe in the Almighty and Torah. Second, one more meaning is given, that maybe this Mount Sinai might be shaking due to the earthquake, or any earthquake would have happened and it might be shaking. Because if we see chapter number 7, Al-Araf, in that verse number 171, so one word is there which means to shake very much. So maybe earthquake would have happened and the Mount Sinai might be shaking, and they were afraid and frightened that the Mount Sinai will fall on them. And that's why they decided that they will follow the orders of Torah and they will believe in the Almighty. For this, we can also refer chapter number 5, that is Al-Ma'idah, verse number 65, 66, 67 and 68. And then chapter number 7, Al-Araf, and in that we can see verse number 155, 156, 157. So and here it is given that after doing this much also, so here one thing we must take in consideration, that whenever anyone we want to invite in the Islam, so we can't force him to accept it, but once he has accepted, so if he is not following the orders, so we can frighten him with the punishments of the Almighty, so that he will come to the right path. And as Bani Israel have already accepted and they were believers, so that's why the Almighty has warned them like this by frightening them with the Mount Sinai. And here it is given that after saying this much also, means why Almighty has done this all things, so that they will become pious. But they turned away from the Torah and the orders of the Almighty. And that's why the Almighty says, had it not been the grace of the Almighty upon them and the kindness of the Almighty and the mercy, then definitely these Jews would have been among the losers, because already so many favors were done on them. Besides, they have done so many disobedience. So this is the message given in these verses 62, 63 and 64 of Surah BAQARA. So the next verses we will see in the next video. Today we will stop here. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.